Hello, Tranacom viewers. It's that time of the week again, the weekly rant. The weekly rant of true anger, true disgust. True disgust for the world we live in today. I'm ashamed to live in the modern era now. So much good, but so much wrong. What am I going to moan about today? A few things have pissed me off in the last week. You hear nothing. Hello? One of these doors leads to the fucking Brotherhood secret location. That's what we're looking for right now. Excellent. Mini nuke. And another one. Fantastic. Yes, I started up the Dead Space 2 TJ Lather. I've already played through half the game. When I started uploading that, I started to make the videos right after I completed the first one, because I couldn't wait to play the second one after finishing the first one. Somebody was accusing me of having played it before, but no, I'm playing it live. Never played it in my life. Somebody will accuse me of playing on easy mode. Now I'm playing on fucking normal mode. It's fucking easy though, you're right. I think I will ramp up the difficulty. Because normal mode on the first game was slightly difficult. It would kill me occasionally. But this one, I've already got up to... I forgot what the last thing I did was. I haven't fought a single boss yet. But I've only died once. I think those things that run at me, that was the only things that got me. So it is too easy. I'll need to ramp up the difficulty really. From what I can tell though, I did quickly test the next difficulty level up, and it just seemed to be harder as far as you die easier, and there's not as much items dropping, which doesn't really make it any more fun really. I don't want to run out of ammo. That's just going to annoy me. I don't want to die too often either, because then I'll just get pissed off. Pwn that giant spider, Brotherhood members. Just follow this squad of stalwart heroes. Save me doing shit. Safe house, huh? Excellent. You hear nothing. Is anyone there? Let's go in anyway. Fuck you, lock. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, so Dead Space 2, is it better than the first one? Loads of people told me it was. It's better in some ways. It's obviously better graphics and the controls are better. More monsters. Cooler location in terms of like coolness. But it's definitely way less creepy than the first one. Go, man.
Sure could use a drink.
Hold on.
Find where they live, because they've just come out of this door. Let her through there, Brotherhood members.
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica.
But yeah, Dead Space 1 is
I know where you
definitely
live,
scarier
Ramos.
than the second
Open
one.
up.
It's too cool, the second one. It's like this future city
Welcome back, Veronica.
is too cool to be scary. Wouldn't say it's remotely scary. So I don't know why people were so surprised when the third one turned into some big gun fest that apparently it is. I haven't played it yet. Because the second one kind of is. It's definitely more action than it is horror, the second one.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here. And I can't say I'm too happy
Paladin
about having an
Ramos.
outsider waltzing around. But since you came in...
I still like it though.
I'm
But I
inclined to
do
cut
prefer
you
the
a little
first
slack.
one.
Just
Because it
behave
was just a
yourself,
bit
and
more
we won't have any problems, okay?
creepy.
And the
I didn't know what was going on. Now I know what the plot
second
is, and it's not as
Just
interesting
take a
this
right
one.
once you get down there. My office is
And
right here in case you need
it's
anything.
basically the same game again, really. So it's not
Oh,
as
hey there.
cool as the first one
Something
was
I can help.
because of that reason.
That's right.
And I hate the way the lead hero talks so much. He's not an interesting character. He
Under the
sucks.
Only essential personnel are
And the
permitted
voice
to
acting
enter
in the second game is just
Supply
genuinely
runners and
bad
security
in general.
patrols. All other personnel are forbidden to
Yeah, like all the voice
and
acting
any
in it's a
personnel
bit
that were out
over
there
the
on
top, and
light
even the
was
facial
forbidden
animations are
from the
crap and not very subtle. It's kind of overacting. I still like it though, but I just don't think it's way better than the first one, like everybody says. It's better in some ways, but worse in others. So. But I'm gonna ramp up the difficulty because it is too fucking easy. The other thing I was gonna rant about is I was watching Glengarry Glen Ross again, which is a great fucking movie. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. It's got Al Pacino in it, Jack Lemmon, Kevin Spacey, Ed Harris.
I'm Linda Schuller. If you
Great
ever need
cast.
medical attention,
It's
this
about
is the place.
salesmen, so it seems kind of boring, but it's really funny. Dr. McNamara.
Hello, Veronica. How goes your mission?
We'll know in a second. I wanted to talk to you.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
Never seen this little
I see
scene
no
because I've never had
evidence of
this chick with me
Nor do
before.
I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
She's had enough of you, Dr. McNamara.
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think.
Excellent.
After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now.
Is that so?
However, I will not force you to help us.
You
Should
shouldn't
you
anyway.
refuse, you will
It's
be
not
allowed
good.
to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have
Superb.
gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to
So I'm that sucker. I'll begin looking immediately.
I'm glad I can count on you.
What's going on? Proboids. So as I was saying, I was watching the great Glengarry Glen Ross, which is definitely one of the best films of the past 20 years. Written by the great David Mamet. And on the commentary for the film, Alec Baldwin's in the film too in a small part, and he's fucking great in it. You ever heard the line, "Always be closing"? That's his line in the film. And he was talking about modern Hollywood on the commentary. Now, just to prove that me saying modern Hollywood films suck dick is not my opinion, it's an actual fact. is Alec Baldwin was saying that modern day directors, so all the guys that make these silly blockbuster epic crappy movies that come out now, he was basically saying that they don't know how to direct. They don't know anything about story, and they don't know anything about actors. And that's not his opinion. He says these directors admit it. Like, they know damn well, they know dick all. They're just hired to be like the pilots of this giant machine that is this blockbuster, whatever crappy movie it is that costs all this money. Just to make sure the film comes in on schedule and on budget and doesn't go tits up. That's all they're there for.
Let's see what we
Not anything artistic or talented. They don't care about the story and they don't care about the acting. They just care about making a silly blockbuster that's a commercial pile of shit that sells to morons. That's it. There you go. Said by Alec Baldwin himself. Facts from Hollywood. If you like the crap that comes out today, nothing wrong with that, but admit to yourself it is crap. It's the same the way I like eating McDonald's, but it's pure garbage, and I know it is. That's why I don't live on it. I just eat it once and again to have a treat. Modern films are like the equivalent of a McDonald's. Garbage. It's okay to like garbage. I like some crappy movies too. But you've got to admit that they're crap. And that's the problem today, is there's no fucking hardly any good films being made. Baldwin was basically acting like that was it. The film industry's fucked. And because all the studios are run by money men now who don't give a shit about creativity, it's doomed. The industry is the way he was basically saying it. I don't know if that's true, because there is always the indie scene. You know, independent films still can get away with being a bit more interesting, even though it hasn't been for a while. So that's what the hope we can cling to. And just the hope that audiences smarten up and stop watching this fucking shit. A movie like Glengarry Glen Ross has got no CGI in it, no action whatsoever. It's just a fucking great movie with shit hot dialogue, with great fucking acting, great characters. That's a million billion times more entertaining to anybody with a brain over fucking Transformers, a big fucking load of silly robots transforming. And I grew up on Transformers, it was a great kid show, but it's a fucking shit concept for a movie. That's the end of the story. Blow your head off. Huh? Lose your gun and die in agony. Fuck me. Beans, but they're distracted. Fuck off, ratoid. Beans versus rats versus ghouls. What's behind me? Fuck me. Fuck you. This gun's kind of fun.
You're mine.
Too many directors today want to be Spielberg is the problem. And you can't be Spielberg. There's never going to be another Steven Spielberg. And they don't want to be him because he's talented either. They want to be him because he makes loads of money. That's why. It's a power thing. A director should never give a fuck about power or money or making loads of money or any of that bullshit. He should be interested in making a great movie that's remembered 40 years later. That's why we still all talk about Jaws and Star Wars and The Godfather. And why films like Casablanca and Gone with the Wind and all that are still famous, and Psycho and Citizen Kane and all that, because they were so great. We're not going to talk about any of the shite today in 40 years, trust me. It'll all get forgotten about. Most of it gets forgotten about a week after it comes out. What the? Snipe these fucking raiders from the fan, we'll show them. Thoop. Boom. They're on to us. So much for that stealth attack. I fucked up. Probably because my cohesive unit before we saw them. Should have left them somewhere and I stealthed in quietly. Oh my god, I'm fucking food. This time I'm sneaking in with stealth. Is that my unit over there? No. Told them to stay back. The unit will give up my incredible position.
Someone must be fucking with me.
There's gonna be another Skyrim at the movies. I'm not going to reveal what it is. It's already been made. But I don't know when Nerdist are going to put it up. It's made for them, so unless they tell me they don't want it no more, I can't put it up on the channel. I don't know when they're putting it up. It was actually made a while ago. And it was partly why I created that Age of the Gamer channel, because I was meant to be teaming up with Nerdist for some big thing, but it fell through. So I don't know when I'm going to go back to Age of the Gamer. If I go back to that channel, it'll be to do something completely bizarre, nothing that I would do on this channel. But for now, I'm kind of done with it.
We'll keep moving. Are the cons gonna keep selling us shit if they join the Legion?
Nerdist let me down, and they let themselves down.
What the fuck are you looking at?
It's actually Legendary Pictures who make The Dark Knight and all that. 300 who own Nerdist. It's kind of them who let me down, I suppose. Put mines everywhere for you, and then you stumble on them in confusion, wondering where I am. Easily kill these guys quicker, but this is amusing more.
When I find you, I'm gonna eat your spleen.
Well, some people have gone on at me about being grouchy. Why am I grouchy? Why am I such in a bad mood all the time? I like being grouchy. I like being in a bad mood. Eat that! I find it cathartic to rant.
When I find you,
Like, that's one of the reasons I'm a big fan of Cal Pilkington, because he's a moody ranter. And he says it's because it makes him feel better. I agree, yeah, it does. Anything, I don't trust people who are too positive, unless there's two kinds of positive people. People who are genuinely positive, like my ex was, who's just an upbeat person. And people who are actually probably quite negative, but they think, oh, I don't want to be negative, I want to be a positive person, so they put on this fucking act, where they pretend to be really positive, but it's bullshit. And the way you can catch a fucking... First of all, you can usually catch it because you can just see through the falseness. If someone's too happy, it's usually bullshit. Keep walking, sucker. Uh-oh, they know I'm in here.
When I find you, I'm gonna eat
Shit.
your spleen.
If, you know, super positive people, if they're too happy and it's phony, you can tell it's fucking bullshit and they're just full of shit. Plus, if you're genuinely an upbeat, positive person and you come across somebody like me, a ranting grouch, and it brings you down, if you actually go, oh, you brought me down now, I was in a good mood till you pissed me off, that means you're not really positive then. If you're genuinely positive, somebody won't be able to bring you down like that. Bullshit.
I'm looking at you.
If someone brings you down that easy, then you're just a grouchy, miserable person too, pretending to be something you're not. If I won the fucking lottery or something and I was in this great mood, somebody wouldn't be able to put me in a bad mood because they were being miserable. Maybe they could if they had a real problem, if they were unhappy because their life was going utterly down the toilet, maybe then. Why didn't that mine go off? Eat the blaster! Whatever that is. Fucking shit, whatever it is. I used to work for Sony. I was a games tester. I remember I was I was always pissed off with the management for some reason. I was always fucking ranting and raving and causing trouble. One time they were going to redesign the whole office. And it sucked, the new design. It was, eat that! And everybody hated it really. And I just called a spade a spade. I said, this looks suck. This fucking new layout. Because we saw it on like this CGI computer thing. And this dickhead who I worked with was like, oh, I'm sick of you with your negativeness, bringing me down or whatever, it looks alright. And I was thinking, you know it looks shit, but you're trying to pretend it's not because you know you're going to have to stay working here. Because I was quitting at the time, knew I was leaving, so it didn't really bother me that much. And because he was like pretending to be positive, my negativity brought him down. If he genuinely thought it looked great, he wouldn't care what I think. That's what I mean when I say fake positive. My ex-girlfriend was a really positive person. I used to be ranty and negative all the time with her. And it never used to bring her down because she's so genuinely upbeat. And I like genuinely upbeat people. If it's believable. I think you're bullshitting me and you're an actual grouch too. And you're pretending, that just pisses me off. Be true to yourself. Be true to the truth of who you are. That's a Tyrannica message. So until the next rant, I'll see you later.